Hello and welcome back to part 3 of Kazawhaki and the GorillaBiker adventures of getting lost and whatnot. So enticing. The rear of your bike I meant. Oh, nearly dropped my bike there. So now we're going to head towards Kilcullen, and Kazawhaki has won his battle of the wits against the sat-nav. Wait, so was your camera not started there?
My front-facing one. My back one is.
Okay. Do you want to stop and clap again, or are you alright?
No, because I'll figure it out in 12 months when I get around to editing this.
Fair enough. I'll figure it out from noises. Hold on, actually, I have an idea. I'll figure it out from this. In 3. Wait for it. There we go. I'll get it from that.
Or the other thing is, right, you ready? 3, 2, 1. There, that'll do.
We'll get it somehow now.
Cyclists on the road up here. Make sure
my favourite type of person.
You know what? I don't mind those ones when they're on their own. It's the 8 lads across the single lane that get me.
Yeah. And you know, right, I don't know did I leave it in the video. I don't think I did. I have them on camera though. I came around a corner, like a back road corner now in West Cork, and there was 2 lads, single file, taking up the entire road. Now this is one of those back roads where you'd fit a car and a half, you know?
Yeah.
And the 2 boys taking up the entire road. So I came around the corner, on the brakes, happy out, waiting for them to move over. And they weren't moving over. Now they definitely knew I was there because I was on the phaser, and that's not a quiet bike.
Yeah.
So I beeped at them, and then your man just gave me a big dirty look as he was moving in. I was like, "What? You expected me to stay behind you for the day? Like, what are you doing?"
But that's the thing, they do.
So can you hear me better now?
Oh, much better now.
Very good.
It's a feature in a lot of my videos. I did the same thing when I was out with the brother, like. He'd be in front of me, the same kind of spacing as you and me now.
Yeah.
And he'd say something, and I'd accelerate up beside him and say, "Sorry, say that again." And my videos are full of me doing that, pulling up behind him going, "What? Say that again, I didn't hear you."
It's funny though, because the amount of times I'm out with people and I'm on the Cardo, and I kept doing it to Motor Dragon, and he'd say something and he was behind me, so I'd turn. As if, alright, now go on, now say it. I have my ear turned towards you, me ear horn in.
This is
right?
The start. This is the start of the Gordon Bend Rally. This is where it starts from.
Oh, this is the actual start.
This is the starting section here. So it starts here.
Oh, very good.
And it goes up to Kilcullen, swings right, and it goes down by... So we can do that if you want, now that we know where we're going. That'll bring us down by Moon, the crossing Moon.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Assuming the sat-nav doesn't get confused again. But yeah, that's where the Gordon Bennett Rally starts. It starts there,
Grand.
goes up. It does an eastern loop, which I think is 40 miles long. And then it comes back up this road and it does the western loop out by Monasterevin and the Heath and down by the Rockadonna Maze. And then back up to Athy again. I think the cars had to pass through Athy 7 times. You see, I see a car sitting in there now. I was going to go. And then I said no, because that's a continuous white line and a suspiciously parked automobile.
Yeah, I never trust them. Because it just could be an old Jord waiting for you.
Broken white line, guards, broken white line.
Ah, good sniff of petrol.
Ah, yeah. It's bad now because whatever you're smelling behind you, and there they are, look. Have we got brake lights? No.
It's alright, they're not turning around.
Ah, bet you that stuff.
Ah. I'll be interested to see how this bike does today now in fuel, because the only time I kind of ran it down towards empty was up and down to work, and there's a good bit of motorway in there.
Yeah.
And when I'm on the motorway on this bike, I tend to do 100. Now I'm not going to tell you what units, I'll let you guess. But it kind of cruises along at 100 quite nicely, so that's where I was sitting. And I got 160 miles out of it doing that kind of for the week, so that's pretty good, I think. It averaged out about 40 miles per gallon, you know, tipping along at that speed, which I was pretty happy with, because I'm a big unit up on a bike to be pulling along as well.
That's it, like, that's it.
Because I think these two bikes are very similar. Do you know what I mean?
They have the same purpose in life.
Yeah.
Long distance cruising with comfort, but with a little bit of fun if you want it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you still have the old cheeky chappy smile there in the background if you want it. Like.
Yeah. Now.
But as you said, they're basically automatics in 6th gear.
Yeah.
Like I'm in 6 now and I'm doing 60 kilometers an hour and it's absolutely fine.
I'm in top gear now in 30 see, I'm in miles, and
I'm
even at that, like, she still won't complain too much. I think we'll go right up here somewhere. I see a sign here, just because I'm not sure if it's the right way, but
it's our way.
It is a way. Oh, hang on now, I know this road. Oh, I know this road.
That's pretty.
Yeah, there's some nice bends up here.
Ooh, bends, you say?
Up you come now and get close in. And you get that back camera. Oop, she gave a little skip there.
Yeah, I got a little slip as well. I think it was the surface.
This is the road that'll take you over to, well, if you're coming from Tullamore, this will bring you over towards Hollywood, and you can get up to the Wicklow Gap this way.
Ah, very nice.
This is the road that's on my videos for that. And I may be off.
I'm staying as close to you as possible. Try to get you some good footage. Just warn me if you're going to slam on the brakes.
I'll tell you what I have now. I have Google asking me to rate it while I'm waiting for my next direction. So that's no good. Dunlavin, Ballymore, Eustace, that'll bring you over now towards Hollywood. This is a 4 mile cross. And I don't know where I am. And it's a really bad... yeah, I think we'll go this way because I don't know where anything else is. And we're going here. That's as good a reason
as any, really.
Because of all times for Google Maps to stop and ask me, how are we doing? We're doing fine if you'd actually tell me
where we're going.
Oh, poor...
The mill! That's cool.
Yeah. Where is the mill? There is an actual mill around here somewhere.
Oh, right.
Right.
I miss signs like that. Signs like that are cool.
Yeah.
I also have an analog fuel gauge in this one. I like the analog stuff, to be honest.
It is good.
I don't know why, I just like analog clocks. Like, it's also easier to hide what speed you're doing for videos. Like, that's the one problem with the phaser. If you didn't have the thing in front of it, it has a massive big LCD screen.
Yeah.
It's like, hello, you want to record your speed in HD? Well, here you go. Like, actually, I don't. For no other reason than my dad watches my videos sometimes.
Oh,
and then he gives
he won't see this bit about you saying, and I cover it all up.
I'll leave, he knows well. I'll leave all this in for the folks at home. Especially, like, this is behind the scenes YouTube stuff. This is the stuff you don't see. Look at this. The work that goes in. Kaz trying to figure out Google Maps. It's funny because I keep slagging you, but I'm not helping at all.
And what folks at home don't realise is while he's jabbering over there, he's jabbering 2 seconds later in my earpiece while I'm still trying to figure out where the next turn is.
Oh no, the folks at home know I jabber all the time. I've made a channel of it.
Oh jeez, Mary St. Joseph. Now, will I get out through that gap down there, do you think?
You will. You can always kick a few of the cones out of you anyway, you know?
Oh, I'm not talking about those gaps.
Oh, you're talking about that gap. This is a more interesting prospect, and I'm okay with it. You'll probably fit, probably.
Oh! Dang it!
I fit.
It's okay. That's what are the mirrors like on that? Because that's something about this bike that I love.
These ones are pretty solid, to be honest.
These ones. These ones now you can see last week in these mirrors.
Yeah.
They're like car mirrors.
But see, I'd say that's what they are. I'd say they were literally lifted off a car for the purpose of saving some money. Yeah, I just had a big old slip there now. Oh, somehow your rear camera has fallen to look down, sadly.
Yeah, that's what happens with it, because it's on the swivelly connection.
Ah.
So...
it just looks sad. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Go on. He has it. Oh, he doesn't have it.
No. There's too much vibration on that top box anyway.
Yeah.
But like even with the ordinary GoPro mount, like it rattles a bit. But
okay.
That plus wind on the swivel top, it just droops down eventually.
Just gets sad looking.
Yeah. It's like, oh, GorillaBiker is too far behind me, now I'm sad. And one thing I do love about this is the front indicators set into the fairing.
Oh yeah, same as this.
They're set into it and recessed into it, so even when I did go down that time, there was minimal damage to it, like.
Yeah.
Now, there's the motorway.
Woo! Horses! And sheep.
And sheep.
My God. Horses, it is a feast of that. No, that's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say a feast of animals. I don't mean it like that. Oh no,
watch yourself here. Watch yourself here. Ah, and I got a fly just flew into my eye.
That's what you get for leaving your visor open, no?
No, but I have to leave my visor open. It is the problem with this helmet. It's quieter when the visor is open.
Interesting. That is an interesting problem to have. You're blink. Oh, damn it! I thought I had you.
I got you. It was a trap. It was a trap, and you fell for it.
Yeah, you got me.
I'm all day leaving that blinking just a little bit too long to just to tease you into making the comments. And I could see it in your eyes, in the mirror, in the wonderful mirrors I've just been discussing. I could just see the glint in your eye. He's gonna say it.
Yeah, well, you got me. I hope you're happy. I have to say, I'd be very interested in an old drag race with these two bikes.
We can certainly arrange it. Not obviously on camera.
On a closed road in Mexico.
Yes, yes. And we will have opportunities for such shortly enough.
Yeah, well, when all my cameras are dead anyway, so. It's a failing on my part. I need to get better on coming out and filming for the day, you know. I'll go to my area that I'm going to film now, and then I'll shoot for my 30 minutes, and then that's it. I'm done, and I just enjoy my day out on the bike then, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, that's kind of why I kind of stopped with the whole thing, because I wasn't getting to go out on the bike. Because I'd go out for a spin like this for a couple of hours on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But that would then translate into 4 weekends of trying to edit. And it's because I'm not very good at remembering stuff. I have to watch all the 10-minute clips.
Yeah.
And get to the end of it and go, yeah, that was shite, nothing in that, on to the next one. And that's why I'm so far behind on the photo rallies, like, because I just can't.
Oh, sorry, go on.
I just can't keep up with the editing.
Yeah.
And like, if anything goes wrong in the recording process, I used to get real pissed off. Like when I go, like my drone is my drone is goosed. I have to send that away to get serviced.
Yeah.
And I went for a spin. One of my subs mentioned 2 castles near Mount Mellick.
Yeah.
And I was gone out to them to fly the drone around. And I'd set myself up, and I'd spent my hour in the morning getting all the cameras set and the whole lot, like. And rode out there, put up the drone started wobbling, brought it back down. It was like, well, that's a waste of that. Went to ride on to the next bit, camera battery died. It was like, that's a whole day wasted now, like. You know? Very upsetting, like. And then you come home, then you go to edit it, and you're like, Jesus, this is 6 hours every night and I'm not getting anything done. And you get really disheartened when you're editing your video and it's from 12 months ago.
Yeah.
You're like I had a whole video about crossing the, is that the guards? No. About crossing the border when I was up in the north.
Yeah.
I had a whole video discussing Brexit and the importance of not having a hard border and being able to just cross over, and how
it is very important on this island, yeah.
Absolutely crucial, because the only way you'd know you've crossed the border is that the lady on Google goes from, in 200 meters, turn left, to, in a half a mile, turn around. You know, it's just a voice change on the sat nav. It's the only way you'd know.
Yeah.
And it starts talking about miles instead of kilometers.
Yeah.
And the history of the border and the history of it, it's completely irrelevant 12 months later. Or we'll see what happens. It might yet become relevant.
I don't think it's going to be irrelevant, unfortunately, yeah. So, but no, I completely get what you mean, and all I'll say, right, is I actually do miss your videos, because obviously we're friends or whatever, so I like watching my friends' videos more than the big guys, but at the same time, I completely get what you're going on, because like there's been times now that especially at the moment, I have enough videos recorded for the next at least month and a half. Usually I used to record and edit and have it all released within a week.
Yeah.
And it was just, like you said, it was so much more rewarding, because you know, you had your topic discussed and your topic was relevant and live, and then it was out there. So I get it, like, and the time thing, I still think that a lot of people don't realise how much time goes into getting videos up on YouTube. And it depends, like, if you've got the equipment, like if you've got, I mean, I have the recording equipment, and that's maybe the mistake that I made. I invested in, well, I didn't, little Miss Whaki spoiled me with it. You know, the laptop is very old and very slow, which means, like, when you're trying to splice, you know, the sound to the exact cut, yeah, you're very much guessing, because the frame rate is down to like 2 frames per minute or 2 frames per second that you're viewing it, so it's really hard to splice it all together. Well, I'm alright anyway, so I shall pull myself over here. That sounded bad. I shall park my motorcycle over here. Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
Don't draw attention to it.
Insert your credit card before you fuel. Oh, we're gonna do the card. I don't have to go inside. I'm happy now. Do you know what? That's one thing this whole lockdown thing has made. I'm very anti-social about shops. I just don't want to go into them anymore. I've no interest.
Oh yeah.
Do you know, you go in and there's some dickhead who's coughing and sputtering and isn't covering his mouth and all that, and you're like, I don't even want to deal with you now, so I'd just rather not come in.
I was kind of always like that.
Well, I was always a bit bad now, but
I much prefer if people go away.
Yeah,
sounds terrible, like, but I'm getting better.
Is it terrible though? There's plenty of people out there who just, you don't want them to be near you, do you know? In general.
Now, there was a sign back there that said Gordon Bennett Rally, and I know did I see an arrow on it? I must look for that. U-turns. Now,
I don't know, did you see an arrow on it?
I don't know.
That's the question.
I doubt they went down that road in 1903, because I doubt it was there.
That's a fair point.
Gordon Bennett route. There you go.
Where did you even? Oh, I see it.
Who complains about road signs in Ireland? I think they're wonderful.
I actually quite like following road signs.
Yeah, it's lots of fun. Whoa. Can you see a problem with this?
Yes.
I don't particularly want to clip my mirrors a second time trying to go through there. So,
do you want to stop and have a look?
Oh no. This is where I always drop the bike. Tippy toe, tippy toe, tippy toe, tippy toe.
Is that road just gone then?
Well, that mustn't be where we want to be.
Is that just gone?
That's gone, yeah.
Ah.
I would assume so.
It seems to just be gone. Well, there you go, people of YouTube. The Gordon Bennett Rally route is it's actually gone. They removed it.
Well, no, in fairness, the sign said Gordon Bennett Rally route this way, and then I didn't see one that said it goes straight on, or left or right. So it's still out there somewhere. We just don't know where.
Yeah.
But if you come back in, is it June or July? There's a vintage rally that follows it every year.
Oh, okay, that'd be cool.
So I decided to end this episode there, as there's still a little bit more to come, a bit more interesting stuff in part 4, the final part 4. I just didn't want to remove too much stuff, because I think these are fun videos. So, you know, if you are upset by this, I'm sorry, but no one watches my long videos, so I decided to cut it. Anyway, if you watched, thank you very much for watching. As always, a very special thank you to my patrons. Your support means a hell of a lot. I do appreciate it. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. Adios. Outro crew. I know this is recorded afterwards and on, you know, a different type of mic, but shouldn't Kazawhaki go back making videos? I'd nearly put together a big old fund to get him a decent laptop, because in fairness, his laptop just sounds dreadful. I don't know, maybe. Or maybe I'll just, you know, find one and fix it for him. Anyway, should he get back editing and releasing videos, let us know down in the comments. Alright, bye.